Alright, well, if you've been following my content for a while, you should know that I'm a pretty big fan of eternal formats. Even though we don't have them properly on MTG Arena, it feels like with every week we're getting new cards that kind of help bring the gap a little bit closer between our historic and timeless formats and the actual eternal formats of modern, legacy, and vintage. So today, we're going to be going over one of the later additions to Timeless, which has happened maybe in the past couple months, of Painter's Servant becoming a viable deck in the format. This was recently brought into us, this was recently printed into Arena. Unfortunately not legal in Historic, although you can kind of understand it because Historic is not really our combo focused format, whereas Timeless is really becoming a format that is warped around fast combo and generally unfair magic strategies. So if you're unfamiliar with the combo here, Painter's Servant allows us to paint, quote unquote, all cards in the game into a certain color. When it enters, we get to choose a color, and then everything that's not on the battlefield and things that are on the battlefield get that color. This includes cards in your hand, deck, and everywhere else. So what we can do is we can paint all the cards a certain color, and then we can activate Grindstone, a card which has been around for a while but we've never really been able to use. For 3 mana, we get to mill somebody for 2, and if those cards share a color, which now they all will because of the Painter's Servant, you repeat this process. So this will mill an opponent out at instant speed. So we basically just need to assemble this combo by whatever means necessary, and funnily enough, this is a deck that in these Eternal formats has seen pretty much every innovation in terms of the color spectrum. Most of the monocolored variants do have something that works with this. That is, like, somewhat viable. There's a lot of 2-color variants that are running Painter's Servant combo, and in this little mini series we're going to be trying those as they exist in the Timeless format. So in what I'm calling Painter Week or Painter Month, we'll see how I end up releasing these, we're going to be looking at Mono White Painter today. So we have both of these things and their artifacts. So, what can we do to help us out with that in the color of white? Well, we have Enlightened Tutor. This is an instant that lets you search for any artifact and put it on top. Pretty decent. If we find one of these, we can find the other piece of the combo for 1 mana. We can do it on our opponent's end step, which means that we'll then be able to likely draw and play the thing, and then maybe even hold up an activation to kill our opponent. So, this represents a pretty decent way to kill our opponent. We also read Esper Sentinel. We just wanted to have a high density of things that were artifacts so that we can turn on, like our Mox Opals. And Esper Sentinel will help us do that while providing an early body and something that can block damage and occasionally give us some mana. Give us some card advantage, rather. Giver of Runes here is protection for our Painter Servant. Because it's a creature, people should be able to, kill it pretty well. So Giver of Runes will offer us a little bit of protection there. And because this is in an unfair format and people are going very quick, you can often see a lot of turn 1, turn 2 combos. Well, we have Swords to Plowshares to deal with the unfair strategies, particularly Reanimators, the thing that we want to deal with. Some other things that we have, Ingenious Smith. This is another thing that's going to benefit off of us having a pretty high density of artifacts. We get to look at top 4, reveal an artifact, put it into the hand, and it gets bigger with all the artifacts we play. So, this can become decently big in a slow to medium speed game. We have Oswald Fiddlebender. This is basically like a food chain for artifacts. It means that we can turn our Chrome Mox and Mox Opals into a Grindstone, and our Grindstones or our Esper Sentinels into a Painter's Servant, which is pretty cool. So he's pretty nifty. Do like having him in the deck. And then, of course, a lot of these things will be pitchable to Chrome Mox, seeing as we're in a color, versus being in like a purely colorless deck. And yeah, that sounds about right. We're running Ancient Tomb here, trying to just get ahead of the curve. We run some artifact lands in our mana base as well for all the artifact payoffs that you've seen so far. And then finally, we have a Karn with a Karn board, which the Karn board is going to also include our 4th copy of Painter's Servant and the Grindstone, in addition to a couple other things that are going to be helpful for us. One Ring, we all need card draw most likely. Liquid Metal Coating is its own game plan. You'll see it in nearly every Karn board. Damping Spear will be our combo hate, though this is really only going to come into play against a little bit of a slower combo deck. Pithing Needle, you might need it. Tormod Script, help you against the graveyard. So this is our version of Mono White Painter. Hope you guys enjoy this one. Make sure to do all the YouTube stuff. Check out the deck list on the Full Control MTG website, and I will see you in the games. This episode of Full Control MTG is brought to you by Patreon and your viewership. If you want to support the channel financially, the Full Control MTG Patreon is the best place to do so. With the Shockland tier, you get access to videos as soon as they are recorded and edited. Don't wait to get your hands on another Full Control MTG deck list. Otherwise, it's your support for the channel that keeps me going. Thanks for being here, and enjoy the video. Alright, here we go. First round. Oh, we got early Esper Sentinel, Oswald Fiddlebender. We just don't have any of our combo pieces. We'll try it. I'll play Esper Sentinel. That means we get a turn 2 Mox Opal that can activate, which I like. Might be able to get Oswald down turn 2. That'd be kind of nice. Alright, they show us Devourer of Destiny. That's whatever. Maybe they'll use a non-creature spell to start out this game. I'll see if I draw another white card that I'd prefer to pitch. Oh, actually, no, this is not the opal that I need to pitch to. Okay, well, I could have played that. Not that it really matters. They have exiled these 3 cards. Means they could have found a better land or a better spell. It's Painter's Servant, which means that now we kind of just want to get Oswald down. We're still a decent way away from like actually doing everything, but if we can get 4 mana, which we almost will have on turn 3, then we should be able to Oswald into our Grindstone and then activate Grindstone. Alright, we'll do that. Our land for the turn will be Darksteel Citadel, which turns that on. Then, I suppose I'll just go 1 and then Giver of Runes. Following turn we go Painter's Servant, then we can actually just Enlighten Tutor for our Grindstone. Then Oswald is ready to change stuff up in case we need to do that. Well, I guess we won't need to because opponent will just go ahead and concede game 1. Sweet. Alright, here we go. We got an early Painter here, which I'm kind of a fan of. And then Enlightened Tutor can find our Grindstone. Let's do it. Uh-oh, are we getting turn 1 comboed though? Looking like they got Dark Ritual into Balustrade Spy. Oh, that'll do it. Turn 1 combo. You hate to see it. Be a good time to be playing Force of Negation. One presented this in deck. We cannot make them draw 2 cards, unfortunately. And yeah, that's unfortunately just how it goes in Timeless sometimes. Gotta be able to deal with the Oops All Spells deck. Alright, we'll pass the turn here. Can we do a darn thing about it? We'd basically need to Karn for a Warlord Script. I think that's our only way to win here. Sadly, nothing in the main deck that'll do it. I suppose we'll just pass. Yeah, brutal. They get their Prize Amalgam triggers. We'll discard a Painter's Servant. Say go. Alright, well, tough round 2. You have to try it again, though. Alright, here we go. This time we'll get the Karn start. We don't really have a way to bridge till then, to be honest. I think I'm going to take a mulligan. Opponent also mulligans, which kind of makes me worried that we're facing a combo deck. I'm going to keep the 6 bottom of Karn. We do need all the pitches the Chromox that we could possibly have. Can turn 1 Oswald. That can turn my Grindstone into a Painter and my Chromox into a Grindstone. They have entombed Eraf and Mikey, which I don't like to see. That's unfortunate. Oh, and they're going to get it right away. Brutal. Oh, yeah, one of the new absolutely crazy reanimation targets here in Eraf and Mikey. Kind of a cool time to see something like that shake the format up. Now, Reanimate can be a turn 1 kill deck as well. Alright, well, some quick endings here. We'll have to move to the next round. Come check out the FullControlMTG website. We've got detailed decklist write-ups, links to all of our content organized by archetype, and a blog with sideboard guides, tips, and thoughts about different formats. I'll be seeing you there. Alright, here we go. Well, this has some removal. Swords of Plowshares would have been nice, and we do get to go first. So I can go Ardenvale, Esper Sentinel, Mox Opal, Pitching Giver, Runes, Hold Up Swords. I think I'm going to hold it up since I died so quickly last time. Or, well, rather, I cannot do that right now. Oh, I forgot this was Mox Opal, not Chrome Mox. Whoops. Alright, well, shields are down for turn 1, but then for sure we're not getting comboed right away. Alright, seeing a Preordain, definitely happy to see that. Some sort of Dimir control deck I think is a little bit of a better matchup for us. There's the Chrome Mox we were promised so long ago. We'll imprint the... maybe one of the swords, actually. I kind of think that I'm going to want the Giver of Runes. We'll put out an Esper Sentinel. That should end up drawing me a card sometime. Now Mox Opal's on, so we just get to dump out our hand and hold up swords. Good time to be alive. They represent Counterspell here, or a Flash threat. Polluted Delta. Shock the Grave. It's gonna be a Psychic Frog, okay. I'm gonna decide if I just want to kill that now. I think I will. Let's force them to start dumping their hand. That way we can start attacking them, make their reanimation a little less good. I'm just gonna rip an Ingenious Smith. Complete whiff, you hate to see it. In a deck that contains this many artifacts, rip. Alright, well, we got mana. Up to 5-bit. That means we'll be able to play pretty much anything we draw. Flare of Denial is now held up with the Psychic Frog. They get to Surveil. At least they're tapped out though, so if we draw Karn, then we can play Karn. Maybe feel a little better. Seeing that Force of Negation go away means that they either have Force Blue card in their hand, or they're able to play Flare of Denial here. I think we still just jam Theater Serve it into a counterspell, to be honest. About 100% of the time they should counter this. Alright, well, let's make everything white so that everything is pitched for my colors. Genius Smith gets bigger. And I guess we get attacked down by Psychic Frog. I'm probably in the business of not letting them draw cards. I'm sure they want to discard something to this anyway. So let's at least kind of pressure their hand a bit. And of course I will be able to give this guy protection from blue. Probably should have just done white so it has protection from literally every card in the game. Cool. Psychic Frog number 2. Alright. Here's a Karn. We have 3 cards in hand. We can get a Grindstone. Let's see if we are to be allowed to do that. Definitely like a counterspell if they can do it. Force of Negation, exiling a card from their hand. You got it. Looks like we'll probably get to not draw a card here. Just that. Okay, so no Karn will happen. That's fine. I am definitely not attacking into this. Well, actually, am I attacking into this? If they want to eat my Ingenious Smith, they have to spend their last card in hand. I'm happy to do that. Alright, they will do it. Alright. Am I saving this? I think I'm not saving this. And then I am just trying to deny the next turn. I'll block with the Painter's Servant, see what I can do. They're at 16 life. I mean, we kind of just need to draw a grindstone by any means possible. We have the mana to cast and activate. Then the question is, do they play a Shuffle Titan in their deck for whatever reason? Alright, well, we'll declare a block here. I think we're in a situation where I'm fine with them killing that. Alright, we'll discard a card to give Painter Servant protection. This time I'm going to give it protection from white. Which means that now nothing in the whole world could kill it. Alright, they're hellbent. Ah, we did not draw an out, that sucks. Okay, so they will get to draw 2 cards here effectively. I will be able to Arden Veil, make a token, block both. Unless they give it flying. They got Cling to Dust. Take my Source of Plowshares to draw a card. Fair. Well, unfortunately now I'm sad I had to let my Esper Sentinel die. Oh well. Alright, so I got 2 cards. They'll move to combat. I'll make a token. They will flash in a Bowmaster. Well, it's a little awkward because Painter Servant will die. Okay, so we have to take this. Alright, then I will block the bigger of the 2 creatures. They will get to draw a second card, which sucks, but whatever. That's a surprise. Okay, so they're really just not able to do force blue card, so at least I don't have to deal with that. Flare of Negation, though, for sure I am not happy to see. Realm Mox, that's not the business. We have to just take another turn off. They attack. We'll just play our same game here. Yeah, they might as well block with everything. Okay, so I can block here. If they have a single Bowmasters, then my Giver of Runes plan is just kind of chopped. I think I'm just not going to bother doing this. Cannot take the blowout. Alright. We continue to give Painter Servant protection from white. Taking another 3. It's always worth it for me to pay life to not take 3 damage, so I will Arden Veil at the end of their turn. Ouch. And I mean, if they just activate the jumping ability of their frogs, they win. Yeah, we can only just survive on the ground here. Maybe I should not have done that block. Oh well. It is what it is. Here's Giver of Runes number 2. And now we're just in a mode where we just need to block everything. And they literally have me dead on board here if they were to just activate Psychic Frog. Alright, so we read it correctly. I had second Bowmaster, so I did not waste my Giver of Runes. Alright, let's see if they realize they have the win here. Maybe they're just waiting to see me do something. Alright. So I will block here now, and then I will block here, I will block here, and then we'll give one of the Giver of Runes protection. Alright, Painter Servant dies, so be it. For a white. I guess they might just be playing with their food here, but like there is a chance that we can still win. Alright, go my turn. We just cannot draw into it, can we? Well, now we can make a Castle Ardenvale token every turn, which doesn't kill us, so what the hell, why not? Well, they're really just giving us all the time in the world here. They clearly have us just murderously dead. Let's see, what else do they play? Lots of Riddler here. Well, that sucks. Okay. Can't do much about it. they'll attack like a token. 5, 6, 7. They have me down to 1. Alright, we block 1 and 2. 5. All they need to do is discard 2 cards and they win. Will they do it? Okay, I don't know. Maybe they just have to force something in their hand? I don't know. Definitely some weird plays coming out from opponent, but I'm sure they have a reason. They take my Giver. We have to hit literally Grindstone here. Almost had it. That'll be an Oswald. I assume runs into like Force or something? No. We'll just play this Chrome Box for shits and giggles. We are in fact dead. Let's see how bad they want to see my combo. Alright, they don't want to see it. We are dead. Alright, real funny game there. Unfortunately couldn't dig hard enough to find our stuff. We had the time to do it. Our opponent definitely gave us quite a lot of opportunity. Could not make it happen. We'll go next. Right, here we go. One last chance to make it work. I fear that this one doesn't do it. Yeah, I think we mull this one. This one feels a little better. We have to pitch something to Chrome Box. There's no way around it. I think we probably end up just getting rid of Ingenious Smith. I think that feels like the most mid part of this. Don't really like losing the card though. We don't really care about our land count yet. I mean, we're gonna care about dying, so maybe not. Am I really gonna have to just work off of Oswald Fiddlebender? Whatever, let's do it. We haven't done this yet today. So I'm gonna book back Ingenious Smith. I'd rather have Swords to Plowshares open just in case like we realize we absolutely need it. Should they just reanimate something immediately? Oh, it might not matter. Grief Reanimate looks like the plan. They take Chrome Box or Swords. Take quick activations here. Could be worth it to play Leyline of Sanctity in this deck, to be quite honest. We get Giver of Runes here. I do like seeing that. I think I gotta pitch my Oswald, if I'm being real here. Should I play my Oswald? I'm not sure. Oswald can turn this into a 1. Okay, you know what the hell? Let's pitch Swords, play Oswald. This feels like just supremely open to any sort of interaction against us. Let's see what they have. We're playing the new TMNT Pizza Swamps. Very cool. Okay, so we're going to take our Giver of Runes. That sucks because I was really planning on being able to have that stick around. Well, I get to play this Ancient too. Oswald can turn Darksteel Citadel into something. Could be down. Let's get a Grindstone. Alright, we can take a Grindstone. Alright, we need 2 more turns of activations and then this works for us. Chrome Box. And as long as they don't kill me, this can work. They pitch a Grief. We take 3 a turn, but honestly that is not nearly enough of a clock for us to really be unhappy here. So I can, with 4 mana, activate Grindstone, activate Oswald. Let's mill you for 2. Get some incidental milling out. Actually, you know what? It's not worth taking the damage. Alright, sack the Grindstone, get a Painter's Servant. Pray they don't kill it. We are just, for sure, not doing anything of use right now. Seeing as they haven't killed anything yet, though, I'm not unhappy. We do have Grindstone activation here if they pass turn. We might actually get it. 3 Tomb, Oswald Fiddlebender. Let's get rid of the Chrome Mox and let's tap for mana. Get a Grindstone. Then let's go ahead and activate the Grindstone targeting the opponent. We're gonna get it to happen in the final round. I'm sad they did not stay away for the animation to happen, but you know what? That's a Grindstone activation. I feel like it came in the game where we really just did the least in terms of, like, you know, smart and scholarly play. But hey, you know what? It is what it is. I guess that'll be the end of White Painter here on the showcase. We've got 4 more colors of Painter, then maybe some 2-color pairings. We'll see about that later. Coming up through the pipeline, so do stick around for those. Subscribe to not miss them and all that YouTube stuff. Full Control MTG website's getting worked on right now. We're adding some decks and resources for you guys, so we'll make sure to have that available for you at some point. And with that being said, thanks for watching.